Okay, that's it. I'm done. I wasn't going to do an update to the garden today. The previous video, I said I wasn't going to do an update, but I'm going to do one just to show you how doing very minimal maintenance can make everything look really nice and tidy. You know, like the lawn and the hedges and stuff like that. There was a big hole in the lawn which I've put some new grass in. Hopefully, it'll take. And I thought I'd just show you that before I go home because I'm absolutely knackered. It's been really hot all day. So I'm going to just show you the little bits that I'm harping on about now. Right, obviously the weeding I've done. It was quite random because you can weed all day, can't you? Do you know what I mean? There's weed after weed after weed. So you can just weed forever in all the borders, you know. So I've taken out big stock and stuff like that. But what I was on about is like how you can make the lawn look nice just by going over very high cut. Because as I stated before in the other video, it's the same as everyone else's lawn. It's going brown now. You know, there's not much left. We're desperate for this rain. But it had couch grass coming through, like big, you know, hard strands sticking up. And they don't look good in a lawn. So if you go over on a high cut, you can just put some lines in it and you can just make it look tidy without really. I bet I took off there about a crisp bag full. Definitely a crisp bag full of grass, that's all. And it's just the little bits sticking up. And it just leaves it looking tidy, doesn't it? So there you go. The same with the hedges. You just try not to show obviously too much because it's a private property. But if you just do your hedges and just take out the little snippets that are on them, like I've done all along there, and you just end up with a really tidy hedge without really cutting the hedge. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to cut your hedges too much. You want them to get going. But it's the same as the lawn. And there's one there, that's what I want about. One there I've missed. Look at it, going right through. Just weeds coming through. The buckets, aren't they, you see? So if you just go along and take all them bits out, it just looks really nice, doesn't it? You know, so that's how you look after your hedges there. So it's done and it looks tidy. Definitely. How's that? And the borders, absolutely perfect. On that side and next doors is where there's a big gap there been pruned off. It's because they're putting fence panels back in, which is a bit bizarre. She's been waiting nearly 2 months now for some fence panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fence panels. Had I known better, I would have just got them myself for her. But she's asked somebody to do it, and they've just got to hang it on and hang it on. So there you go. That's it for today. And I'm happy to say, when I look up, it's actually rain cloud. Yes, come on, bring it on. We need you now. Instead of moaning about the rain, we definitely need it to get everything going. And that's it for today. I'm done. So I will see you. I think I'm gardening on Friday. I'm busy tomorrow working. But I've got a gap on Friday where I'll do another garden. And then that's it. See you later, guys. Bye. Okay, so in the middle of this lawn, for some reason, there's always just been this big hole. Well, maybe not as deep because I've dug it out a bit, and it just had dead grass in it, like grass and moss. So what I've just done is I've just scraped it out, and I'm just filling it with water, as you can see. And I've cut a piece of grass from further down. And all I'm going to do is place that in and just tow it down. Like so. And then I see I want another little bit just to go in there, so I'll just nip and get that. And there we go. So I've put a little grass in there, and it's had 3 bottles of water. As you can see, it's absolutely flooded. better than a big hole in the lawn, isn't it? And we just need rain now, natural rain. And if we get that, then that will take. I cut the grass out, so it's still in its root. So it should be okay. In other words, it's like turf. You know, it's still got the root on it. So I've been wetting it and wetting it. And I'm going to do another bottle on it. And then that's it. So hopefully it'll take. It just looks better than a big hole in the lawn, doesn't it? If you know what I mean. If it takes, that is. If not, I'll have to cut another piece. But it all depends on the rain. It's the rains we're waiting for before we do stuff like this, really. But I thought I'll give it a go anyway. So there you go. That's just a little thing I do as I'm going along. So we'll see you later. Bye.